フルカウンター。
Alright boys, welcome back to the Grand Cross video. So the new actual SKOLL Hati, I think you should pronounce his name, is now out. And I've seen so many guides now on how to defeat this raid boss with characters like using Green Melascula and also using Freya. But the problem with those two characters are, well, Melascula was a skip. Literally only whales and simps summon for her. And then now again for this new Freya character, it's kind of the same situation. Only simps and whales are summoned for him. And the reason why is because although he kind of is, this guy is not specifically made for the actual raid boss. He is basically the Brunhild of this new raid boss. So when we do get the actual Miguel character to make the actual raid boss super easy, that is the character worth summoning for. And most likely going to be the next actual Demonic Beat battle, because literally I believe we're going to be getting the Nether Realm, or like the Memories of Nether, which is going to come out with the actual launch of probably the unit made specifically for this new raid boss. And at that point, the character worth summoning for, because I believe right now, in order to defeat floor 2, you have to get 6-6 Freya. So I'm not planning to get 6-6 Freya, so getting Freya 1-6, 2-6, or even 3-6, hell, maybe even 4-6, isn't even enough to defeat floor 2, so why am I going to waste the gems when I can defeat floor 1 with this team right here? Now, generally speaking, it's not the most accessible team. We're using 3 festivals. What I will say is though, I believe I did see Nexus, another fellow Grand Cross Consecrator, use his exact same team, but rather than Light Elizabeth, he did bring Brunhild, which as you can see right now, I do not have a maxed out. But if you are going to use her, then I definitely recommend bringing her to Relic, because the Relic makes it so you can only get 1 debuff on you, which is massive because the bosses do more damage per debuff with release and all that other extra stuff they do. But I would like to think, or at least I hope so, but this should be a more accessible team, because literally if you're like me, or even just if you're a smart player, you should only ever summon for festival characters. So generally speaking, you should have these characters. If you don't, then you're either playing the game wrong or a new player. And at that point, you're too new to defeat this boss, or you're just playing the game stupid. And that's kind of your fault. Sorry to say it, but it's kind of how it is. So let's just jump in. So to go through the team quickly, you cannot replace this team. The only one you can replace is definitely Light Elizabeth, like this little Brunhild or another AoE character. Maybe the new Demonic Beat character we do get in 2 months' time. But Diane is unreplaceable. She has Drain, which is insane. Also really good damage for a Drain skill as well. Literally a top tier character, not replaceable. Also as well, we do have Skadi, which is the core person of this team, because every single time she does get debuffed, she also lowers their attack and defense, and also makes us do more damage. So with Diane and also with this character lowering the attack and defense by 8% per debuff, which has no limit, we are literally making the bosses do no damage, and you'll see that later on. Actually, to be fair, I've not done the raid boss without this character, so I'm not actually too sure how much damage they do, but I do know they kind of do a lot of damage. Also, for my actual artifact set, I am bringing this one right here, which is the heal one. Definitely not the best. I think the recommended one is probably the actual Demonic Beat set that I do not have. So if you have it, then use that one. Alright, so for the gear, this is standard stuff here. Diane, we have HP defense, of course she is the tank character. Skadi probably would be decent with actual attack defense, but if it's your gear, and also if she's level 100. But for me, she was definitely too squishy, and once she dies, your team's dead. So make sure you have probably HP defense, because she's not really a main damage dealer, but that might work out. I would definitely put Tamil Grace on her, because like I did say, she's definitely the squishy character, so you want to make sure she doesn't die. Traitor Meliodas, attack defense. If I'm being honest, probably put attack crit on, because from what I know is he literally never dies. I just haven't made attack crit for my actual Meliodas yet, so I probably will do that, because he lifesteals too much, and he never dies, so he's not the first to die, so I don't think he's a problem. So yeah, probably put attack crit on him, and then obviously Elizabeth is a HP unit, so HP defense. Alright, so this was pre-recorded, so I am speaking over it, but I'm going to go through my thoughts as we go along. But the first 2 phases is basically just you trying to survive. You want to make sure that you just keep on using all your skills, trying to apply your little debuffs on here. Also save your actual AoE, this skill right here, the actual buff removal, because this skill right here is kind of a little important on this phase, because the boss does increase his defense, so a little bit harder to crit, and obviously Traitor when he wants to kind of crit. He doesn't crit too often, but he does it enough to where it sometimes works, so save that skill, and yeah, just keep trying to apply your debuffs onto. Actually, they don't really do too much damage here. I will say though, the ultimates do a little bit of damage, so with decent RNG, you want to just keep on draining. It's simple as that, right? And yeah, keep using skills here. Light Elizabeth does surprisingly do a lot of damage here in some way, and obviously after you do use 5 skills, you're going to heal your team and also get your massive buffs here, which I think we get now. if I'm not mistaken. Trait Medi do a lot of damage here. So yeah, now she's gonna buff. So at this point, you probably want to rely on getting some actual skills for Elizabeth, because she's like her peak right now, right, for 5 turns. So might as well send all of the skills off when you can. But yeah, I can probably just skip this part or fast forward, because at this point, literally, we're just stalling. We're just gonna keep on draining and keep on killing. It's quite annoying because he's a light type character. He does have the passive to where he basically gets damage reduction, which is why this boss is so tanky. Where when you notice on the next phase, he does turn to a darkness type character and is a lot easier to kill because he doesn't have that defense passive basically. So honestly, you just gotta keep on getting trait many cards. Don't be scared to use ultimates here, because you have enough turns to get the ultimate back. But what I will say is though, on the final phase, you do have to kill both together, which is definitely the hardest part, because if you do kill one without killing the other, especially in like one hit, then your run is over, because at that point the boss is one-shots you. And at this point, I didn't really have that many good skills, so I was hoping I would kill. So I was like, okay, screw it. Let me use all my skills here, because if the boss ults, I'm gonna lose HP, and I don't believe I do kill here. Yeah, I should say, by the way, my Diane is 1-6, my Elizabeth is 2-6, my Traitor Melee is 4-6, which is definitely doable, but I don't think you need to have high dudes for them. I think 2-1-6 is probably enough. I'm not too sure, because I think I hit damage cap a few times, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's not really a big deal. But yeah, the ultimate didn't do too much damage here. But once again, since you're not really healing too much because the boss does infect, and since my Diane is obviously 1-6, my ultimate is not healing as much as I wanted to. So her taking damage is kind of a bad thing. But we did get a single target skill here, and I'm just going to use starting skills just to get some more buffs on to reset the passive with Meliodas, and also just send him off and get her ultimate, and then boom, me one shot. So this phase is a little bit annoying because you do have to rely a little bit on getting the Traitor Melee skill, because literally the only thing really doing damage enough in one turn is that single target amplify card. So once again, boys, if we get a relic for him, or we also get a 4th character that can replace Elizabeth, so we can actually get basically a Miguelda for this raid boss, then this should be a breeze, honestly. Also, don't make this mistake. Make sure you target the right character, because literally there's so many times now where I've gone to the raid boss and that happens. So a little bit annoying you can target the wolf. It's a little bit annoying. But yeah, at this point I used my ultimate, because why not, right? We also use Skadi because she does heal a little bit, and because like I did say, this boss is this one. Because this phase right now, he is not as defensive as the other one. So we do a little more damage, so we can heal a little bit more back, right? And also he does infect here, so we make sure to heal last turn. And of course, just send the skills off again, single target skills. Like I did say, they do a lot of damage on this phase because the boss is very squishy, comparable to the last phase. Don't let this one out though. This guy does do more damage. Of course, this is the damage phase of this this raid boss. So yeah, definitely want to end this turn as fast as possible. Where in the phase 1, you could definitely stall for a bit longer. Honestly, if you could kill before that last turn, which is around, I think, on turn 2, then you would be chilling, because he does actually lower your attack here, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, so we killed him, and now we're heading to the final phase. Yes, it is only 3 phases here, and then this is the hard part. So I do believe I got the worst passive. I'm not too sure, because I think this one makes you he does more damage on the crit basically. So yeah, not the best one to get here, but we still did it with the worst passive, I believe. But at this point, like I did say, you want to kill both together. That's the hard part, right? And so at this point, well, the right one does taunt, and it is the more defensive character. So for the first 2 turns before the actual light wolf does actually taunt up, we're going to target him so we can get him down a little bit. So when the white wolf does taunt up, we can kind of kill both together basically. So yeah, we kind of send our skills off here. We use the Yan, because I do believe I have my stance up right now, and I believe the white fox does actually drain you. So we use the ultimate straight away here. Now we have light Elizabeth and also my medi here. So you can see right now the damage is definitely a lot lower. I believe if you didn't have all the defense related stats up, or my damage reduction and Skadi's actual passive working here, then we probably would have died in like 2 hits there. Alright, so now I'm rushing my ultimate with Skadi, because I realized the actual boss is now getting a little buff on, and it's a taunt buff, but also when you attack the white fox, or the white wolf, sorry, you apply it to ignites, which is what we want for Skadi. So the AoE ultimate is going to deal damage towards the actual black fox, but also do damage towards the white one, and also give us 2 more ignites to where the boss now has less defense, so we can now do more damage basically. So yeah, this was trial and error, which I'll go for in a second. I kind of cheated a little bit, but you'll see in a second. So what I did was, I was like, okay, cool. I'd use Skadi first to load the defense and also do some damage here. And then surely taunt up, and then surely use 2 single target skill, because surely I wasn't going to kill the boss. But when I used Skadi's ultimate, we applied Ignites on, which probably loaded defense a little bit too much here to yes, I did one-shot him. Elizabeth did some crazy damage, I don't know why. And yeah, that killed the run. So quickly, boys, we closed the game. And then we restart the run. Kind of cheat a little bit, but boys, we have to do what we have to do, right? And this is by far the best strategy, I guess, if you're trying to make a trial and error run, especially on these important moments. So, of course, we use Skadi again because obviously applying the Ignite is going to load the defense, which is good for us. And like we did see last time, 2 single targets does kill the actual light boss. And then, like I did see before, the raid boss, or the actual red one, as you can see, not the red one, the actual the Black Fox was really, really weak to where he will probably die with actual 1 AoE skill. So, boom, we use Tracer Melee. Kill him one go. So, honestly, Skadi kind of impressed me a little bit there. She did quite a lot of damage towards the actual end there. So, yeah, boys, that is, how to defeat the actual raid boss. This is what I'll be doing each week now, using this exact team. Maybe I'll work on Brunhild, because if you have Brunhild, then you can actually focus more or less on single target damage, and also heal the team a little more. But I think Lattice was definitely probably a good option, but, totally up to you. So, boys, hopefully this helps out. Like I did say, not the most accessible team, but like I did say, this raid boss is not made to be friendly or even casual friendly. But yeah, boys, that is the team. This is probably one of the better teams to bring that don't include, you know, Freya and also Melascula, because at least these units are actual PvP characters, so there's a good chance that you summon for those characters because those are meta PvP characters, where Freya and Melascula are definitely more PvE characters, and you probably skip them because they were made for PvE, right? So, yeah, boys, that is all for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you do have any other team suggestions that don't include Freya or Melascula, then do leave it down below in the comments down below, and I'll try and make the team and see if it works. So, boys, thank you for watching. Hope it did help out, and yeah, peace.